Hey guys. Okay, so today we're doing week 13, day 1 homework. You have your table to complete and your graph below. Both of these are starred, so they will be on the test. So let's look at our graph first. Remember, because we're going to have to graph this material, this is going to be on your x-axis and this is going to be on your y-axis when we get to that. Okay? First off, we're just adding. We're adding the 2 to everybody that's on this side. So 2 plus 10 is 12. 2 plus 11 is 13. 2 plus 12 is 14. 2 plus 13 is 15. 2 plus 14 is 16. 2 plus 15 is 17. That one's done. Now we're going to this other column that has the y. It's add 5. So we're adding 5 to everyone on the side. So 5 plus the 10 is 15. 5 plus the 11 is 16. 5 plus the 12 is 17. 5 plus the 13 is 18. 5 plus 14 is 19. And 5 plus 15 is 20. Now that the table's completed, we're going to use this information to graph it on our table below. So I'm going to rewrite these as coordinates to show us how we're going to graph them here. So I'm going to slide my paper up just a little bit here. And remember, the first number is always going to be on your x-axis and the second number is always on your y-axis. So our first ones we had were 12 and 15 on our table above. And then I'm going back up to the table that's up here and I'm going to put down 13, 16. Our next one is 14, 17. The next one is 15, 18. Then you have 16, 19. And you have 17, 20. Now that we have our x's and y's, we need to graph them on our table. The vertical one is your y-axis. The horizontal one is your x-axis. These squiggly lines means we're not counting by 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. We have jumped from 0 to 10 and then we started counting by ones. Same thing in this direction. We started at 0, jumped to 10, then we started counting by ones. That's why those lines are squiggly. Okay, so let's look at our first one. Our first x is 12, so you go over to the 12. We don't put a dot down yet. We go up to the 15, so 12 to the 15, and we put a dot. That's our first one. Next one, we're going over to 13, and we're going up to 16, and we're going to plot our next coordinate. Next one, we're going over to 14, and we're going up to 17. We're going to plot our next one. Then we're going over to 15 and up to 18. Next one, over 16, up 19. Over to 16, up to 19. We're plotting the dot. Last one, we're going over to 20, or excuse me, we're going over to 17 and then up to 20. Makes a straight line. Don't have to connect the dots, but it does make a straight line. And again, we've talked about this. We don't use it in 6th grade, but in high school you will get to where you're calling this a linear graph because it's making a straight line. Okay? And that's all we have for this lesson. I'll talk to you tomorrow.